Like, basically coming for my throat, like, essentially wanting me cancelled. I mean, she says she's against cancel culture. She wants my career over. She wants my career to end.
British weirdo.
British weirdo? Weirdo? Who you calling weird?
Watches, like...
Like, again, all these criticisms just fall totally flat when you're from the community you're from. When you're still happy to work with them. It's you display a clear lack of understanding for almost everything you talk about and an unwillingness to listen to others when they're telling you you don't understand. But for me, making videos critical of things she says, no, she wants my income taken away. She wants my channel destroyed and my income taken away. Okay, so NotSoErudite. NotSoErudite, one of our recurring characters here. Commonly recurring character. Used to be Destiny's emotional support dog. Sadly, lost that job recently. Well, arguably lost that job. We don't actually really know. We actually really know if that job's truly gone. We'll see, I guess. We'll see how that pans out as time goes on. But obviously, lost that job recently, it seems. And we cover her a lot. We do cover her a lot. I won't even begin to deny that. But just the other day, the last time we covered her, which seems to have prompted this little upset, which we're going to talk about in a moment. Just the other day, I covered, I would say it was about 40 minutes. I'll be generous. I'll say 40 minutes. I'll say 40 minutes. The first time I covered her on stream, how many viewers did I have? I probably like 10, 20. Less than 100, that's for sure. Covered Erudite for a long time. Anyway, I watched about 40 minutes of a stream where she had a med student called Lainey on. Cereal for breakfast or something her Twitch name is. Not cereal for breakfast. Cereal for every meal, that's it. Cereal for breakfast is just, that's when you have cereal. That wouldn't make much sense as a username. So she had this med student on. And I watched 40 minutes of it because they spoke about therapy ethics. It was probably less than 40 minutes, to be honest. But they spoke about therapy ethics. They argued about it. Specifically in relation to Dr. K. When I watched that, it was available publicly, for free. For free. On her Twitch. On her Kick. Because she paywalls her YouTube VODs. She was paywalling her YouTube VODs. But leaving them up on Kick and Twitch. She's now got a problem with that. She's got a problem with people viewing her Kick and Twitch VODs. So we're going to take a look at the clips relating to this and have a discussion. We're going to talk about it. Because, you know, I would love to, honestly, I don't get that much enjoyment out of covering this anymore. I used to find it very fun. You guys know this about me. When I'm the only one saying something, I find it much more compelling to say it. I feel like this has been made clear many times. I'm not contrarian in the sense that I will just believe something because it's the opposite of what other people are saying. But if I believe something, or if I get, like, you know, a bit of sympathy for one side, and everyone is against it, that does motivate me to you know, stake a position there. It does motivate me on that. So there was a lot of that with Erudite. She had very successfully astroturfed a lot of support by basically pandering to the DGG audience. Just repeating stuff Destiny says, and that makes them feel like she's smart and competent on their side, and they'll defend her and ride for her. So there was quite a significant tide when I first started covering it. But if Erudite's gonna say the sort of thing she's saying about me on stream right now, I'm kind of forced to, like, I can't just, like, what, I cover for ages, and then she starts turning around going, like, basically coming for my throat, like, essentially wanting me cancelled. I mean, she says she's against cancel culture. She wants my career over. She wants my career to end. That's what she wants. So I sort of have to reply. But let's watch these clips. Here's the first one.
I think I might be back tomorrow.
Wait, no, this isn't the first one. I think this is the first one.
The economy is tough and hard, so if you can't afford to support me monetarily, watching the streams, particularly watching my videos that I release afterwards, is the most helpful. Also, as a heads up, if you watch my VODs on Twitch or on Kick, they are going to be gated behind a price wall. The reason is there is this British weirdo.
British weirdo? Weirdo? Who you calling weird?
Watches like almost all my content in full length.
I am weird. I am creepy.
Like, look at how much.
So that's just not true. Watches almost all my content in full length. Just a bold-faced lie. Total bold-faced lie. That's just... I watched like 30 minutes of a multi-hour live stream. That was my last piece of content. 30 minutes of like a 4 or 5 hour live stream. That was public, that wasn't paywalled. I watch almost all your content in full length. That's not what happens. I don't even know what was the last one for that. I think the only stuff we've watched in full length, I think, and don't hold me to this, was her return streams, her AMA, that stuff. But what's the point of doing an AMA for your return if you don't want people to watch through it and see the answers to your questions? The point of doing a return AMA is to answer common questions and have your answers proliferated. Now, your problem, you would be fine with me watching that AMA in full if I watched that AMA and I was like, oh wow, this makes sense. Yeah, NotSoErudite gave some really good answers there, and I feel like she's explained her position and all this stuff, and I feel reassured that NotSoErudite isn't a complete psycho who's only motivated by self-interest and will break any moral boundary she claims to have had and allow, you know, her business partner to break any moral boundary she claims to have had for pure selfish gain. Yeah, if I could have, if she gave good answers in that stream and I came away with an impression that was positive of her, she would be fine with me watching that. But because I watched it and I come away with negative feelings about her, that's a problem. That's the problem. It's not about watching her content. It's about coming away with a negative impression of her. Why did I say negative like that? I might have said it weird because it said that YouTube was throwing up warnings for me. So I was like, I hope my stream isn't dying. I got distracted midway through talking. That's probably why I said negative weird. Anyway.
Shit, he just does on me. Like, constantly. Constantly. And I'm like, no one. Like, I understand him covering, like, Noah Samson.
So it's fine when you cover other people. But she's a no one. My Noah Samson videos get less views than anything I do on Erudite. If I cover Noah Samson, nobody can give a fuck. Nobody cares what I think about Noah Samson. People care about what I have to say about Erudite, though. Erudite, people want to hear me talk about. Noah Samson is like daily filler content. This is actually what people find very compelling, because I was one of the first people on this train, you know. Dude, why do I keep getting like stream warnings on my YouTube? Like it's gonna fucking go down. So it's no, not like flagging. Yeah, I think it's for the anime stuff, but usually it's gone off by now. It was popping up while I was playing the Lazarus trailer, so 1 minute. Let me just make sure this isn't gonna go down. Just 2 seconds. My encoder keeps stalling as well. Like my OBS keeps showing that my encoder's fucking up as well. Okay. Alright. Sorry, what was I saying just then? Oh, yeah. So Noah Samson doesn't get anywhere near as much views as Erudite. And it's not the, you know, obviously it's not the only reason I cover her. So I do, primarily I'm going to focus on views, yeah, but it's not the only reason I cover her. I've covered her before it got me views. I covered her for a very long time. And honestly, now is like the worst time for her to complain about any idea of like, you know, totally unfair or bullying content or anything like that. Because, I mean, maybe you could say I was like, I used to be quite mean-spirited with her. That's totally fair. But recently, it's honestly been far more substantive. Especially like last time I covered with the Laney thing. I actually tried to avoid making any kind of super personal comments. And we were talking about a therapy, a psychology bachelor, postgraduate diploma in psychological evaluation and assessment student, their thoughts that they were putting out online about therapy ethics, talking to a med student about therapy ethics. This is about as substantive as it gets. This is about as substantive as it gets, right? You can't complain about that being like bullying or unfair criticism. Like, no, you are giving opinions on a field that you claim expertise in. That aren't just like opinions about like, oh, I think maybe we should do more research into this stuff. It's opinions like ethics don't matter. We're not quite like that, but you get what I mean, right? It's like crazy opinions about ethics that should be held accountable. And it's opinions on stuff that she's spoken about a long time before. Yeah, it's also exactly an ongoing conversation that she's engaged in for a long time. So the idea that you can't respond to that's absurd.
And stuff like that, but it's just like, why are you covering me? But anyways, he often covers like my full VODs.
It's just not true. I don't cover your full VODs. Where am I covering your full VODs? Legit, it is only those AMA streams. And again, why would you not want me to watch your AMA? You don't want me to see your AMA. You want people to see your answers to the questions that everyone's got because there's massive drama and the long break you took. Like that makes total sense to watch the full content. What is the complaint here? It's clear, yeah, exactly. Clearly and obviously fair use and obviously fair to comment on. It's just the moment these thin-skinned losers cannot respond to like any of the substantive, because like she's never said Kuihman lied about me. She's never responded to a point at all, I don't think. I think she's ever like gone through and been like, oh yeah, this was actually good criticism, or oh, this is a bad criticism, but here's why. Never heard that once. It has just always been, everyone's misogynistic, everyone hates me because of Destiny. Creepy, weird, unhinged, obsessed, hateful creep. That's it. Every time. No, dude, it is. Dude, no way she's content IDing this. Dude, I think she's actually content IDing her streams. It literally keeps popping up. Dude, there is no way. Dude, there is no fucking way. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, let's examine that for a moment. Destiny watches paywalled content. He watches like Daily Wire paywalled content. No, it happened with Parry and watching the Grums hit piece last night. Okay, guys, don't jump to conclusions. Guys, do not conclude. Do not conclude. Do not conclude. Apparently it happened to Parry watching the Grums hit piece. Did he actually have a problem with his stream going down while he was watching that? So it was just, the stream was fine, but okay. Yeah, don't conclude. It just keeps popping up. So it must be a YouTube thing. It sounds like it's a YouTube thing.
And that's annoying. If you want to hate watch me, you can pay me. Just saying. So I'm gonna...
I mean, again, it's totally fine to paywall your VODs. Like, this is totally fine, paywalling your VODs. You know, it's totally reasonable. You can do that. Plenty of people paywall their VODs. However, the idea that you're paywalling them to stop people seeing them, not paywalling them because there's a significant demand, and you think loads of people are gonna pay for it, but she's paywalling them to stop people seeing them. She's trying to create a barrier for people. She's a content creator where the purpose is to be watched publicly and to gain notoriety, status, but she doesn't want people to watch her. We all chuck in 5 cents. Well, it's fine if she's paywalling all her stuff. You know, aside from this, because she's kind of, you know, I kind of have to reply to this because she's talking. This is about me. You know, aside from this, I'm fine to just wait until her videos come out. You know. Thank you, Stinner. Thank you. I'm fine to just wait until videos come out. Yeah, I'm sure basically anything interesting Erudite will say. If there's like some clip where she does something totally insane, I'm sure someone will clip that. If there's some, you know, I'm sure most of the substantive VODs where she talks about some issue or like therapy addict or something like that, most of those will probably get posted. So watching the videos, that's totally fine. Whatever. No problem. Erudite wants people to wait until she uploads to YouTube, or has had a chance to upload to YouTube before people start watching the VODs. Sure. That's like totally reasonable. Don't care. You can still watch as long as you pay for the content. Well, yeah, if she doesn't upload something that's like of particular interest that I think has some kind of journalistic or public interest value, then of course we can still pick that out from VODs. Of course, it's not hard to get hold of. But if she wants a chance to upload stuff, if she feels like, you know, my superiority is causing problems. What's the joke again? What's the thing from that? You know, there's the drawing of the UK. This is my superiority is causing problems, whatever. It's like retarded. That's causing problems of me mogging her view count with my videos where I don't like her, is mogging her and upsetting her. Then sure, we'll wait until she gets the shut up. Don't say great bit. Shut up, Shelby. You're both banned. Polly and Shelby are both banned. Permanently banned. Man, who the man 42? You're banned. Permanently banned. Thank you for quoting it. Thank you. I Max Sitka. It appears that my spirit has caused controversy. That's it. That's what I meant. That's the meme reference that I was looking for. Thank you. Anyway. So I'm fine. If getting more views on her content than she gets on that content is bothering her, she wants to paywall it to try and guarantee she makes success. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm willing to give that space. Unless I'm being spoken about like this. Anyway, let's carry on through this.
Behind VODs, he might just be getting somebody who pays for my membership to download it, but we'll attempt this. See if
I literally, they were public on Kick and Twitch. You had them public on Kick and Twitch. I just went to Kick and Twitch, watch them there. You only pay with them on YouTube. Only pay with them on YouTube.
If it works, and yeah, it's kind of annoying. It had a bit of an effect. Like some streamers have had some concerns about collabing with me. As a result, and
Freddy,
stuff,
so I'm not even banning you guys. It's Freddy. It's literally all Freddy.
Just need to clap down on it. I can't copyright strike them for so many reasons. Number one, it'll just be more content to him. For number two, I do think he's iterative enough. I don't think it's technically copyright because he pauses it and says like a snarky comment every 30 seconds. So I don't actually.
So even gesturing at the idea of copyright, when Destiny is literally the absolute most heinous disrespecter, violator of people's copyright, is like insane. This guy will literally sit there. People complain about fucking My Dead Air. This guy will watch like 20 minutes of a video without saying a fucking word. Without saying a single fucking word. It's like totally crazy. Like again, all these criticisms just fall totally flat when you're from the community you're from. When you're still happy to work with them. Yeah, she means transformative. Obviously. Yeah, I don't know why she hates me so much. I'm a angry young man. I thought she was all about angry young men. I thought that's what her she had endless compassion for deeply human, angry young men. But apparently, I guess Destiny is just younger and angrier than me. What can I do? I
think it would work for copyright. So I'm going to attempt this. How long will the VOD be up for? I'm not sure. I'm going to go to my Twitch settings and change it right away. So unfortunately, I'm so sorry. But I will try to be back.
Her Twitch VOD is still live. Okay, well, so she hasn't even successfully taken this down.
I think I might be back tomorrow. I think.
Yeah, exactly. This is the hilarious thing, man. This is the hilarious thing. She is like... So Destiny, okay? In fact, no, forget Destiny for a second. Forget even Destiny for a second. She's split off from Destiny. She claims to have split off from him. Forget him, okay? Doesn't matter. She claims she's a solo operator now, so we can forget Destiny. It's fine. She's totally not still working with him. Mine and Chud's audiences, and like the wider commentary space there, is like perfect ground for the exact sort of thing that she claims to want to do. Significant pool, it's a huge pool of people who like talking about controversy, predominantly men aged 18 to 30, with a lot of right-wing leaning or apolitical leaning. Like, I don't know how to... I'm trying to think of more descriptors that fit, but I'm pretty sure there are more. The point is that this is like a great... You know, this is exactly the type of people she's trying to reach, apparently. But every time she comes into contact with those people, she can't hack it. She cannot hack it, ever. When Quarantos called her a snow bunny demon, she lost it. When Quarantos got that job, she was trying to get rid of him. Quarantos is like, he's a very angry young man. And his audience were like, you know, they were like kick types. Chud has a right-leaning audience, generally, I'd say. She can't stand Chud because he abandons morals for content or whatever. Even though he still gets on stream and, like, all Chud does, like, drama content. I think partly me, I've helped pressure Chud into getting a little bit back into politics by sending him shit to have liberages about pretty much every morning. So, like, he still covers politics. Like, I don't know what even the moral, like, issue that Chud has is. It's not like he hides his beliefs or pretends to be right wing to make money. He's like still saying liberal and lefty things like a lot of the time. So like what is her moral issue there? I truly don't understand. And then the audiences, like the way she treats everyone, it's just like the moment you see young men behaving like young men, you fucking hate it. And this is like so much of what initially, triggered my disdain for her, is the obvious false confidence, the obvious trying to fit in, the pretending she understands things that she clearly doesn't, like young men, like what appeals to young men, like the problems young men have. Like, a great example of this, amazing example of this, she put up that Instagram post the other day, where she says, male suicide spike at around 15 to 16, that's the age when boys become socially treated as men. And it's like, that's not why I don't think that's why the suicide, I wouldn't say it's not, I don't know. I don't think that's why the suicide rate spikes at around 15 to 16. I think it's probably got something to do with some other major biological changes, specifically the increase in a certain hormone that boosts, like, aggressive and impulsive decision making. Right? Maybe. Just a crazy idea? Just a crazy, wacky idea? Yeah, but she's our expert, guys. She's our expert. And just the absurd skinwalking. It's like... It's not a matter of just, we hate you because woman. It's you display a clear lack of understanding for almost everything you talk about, and an unwillingness to listen to others when they're telling you don't understand. That's, like, I think, the biggest core thing with Erudite. Other than trying to sound smart constantly, other than most of those annoying personality quirks she's got, the fundamental thing that annoys people is claiming to understand things, claiming to get why you're hated or whatever, claiming to understand things, but displaying constantly a lack of understanding and an unwillingness to listen. Even as far back as the expert clip, even as far back as that, I think she was right in that clip. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember exactly. I think she was right about her argument in that clip. I don't totally remember. But even there, that is a false confidence and an unwillingness to listen. And that's going to piss people off. And this, literally nothing about this is bullying. Nothing about this is crazy mean. This is just clear analysis of the way she behaves on streams, the way she treats people, of the way she's acted that has made people dislike her. And she said for ages, she could not figure out at all why people disliked her, why people were having issues with her. She was like completely lost. Now she's finally starting to say stuff like, when people start to hate me, they really hate me, so there must be something there. It's like, really, just try and take a look. But no, she will still do these copes where she's like, she would try and spin every trait that's negative about her as actually it's a really positive thing. Like in that video with Nick, where she says, oh, people call me out because they think I'm inauthentic. But the real truth is that I'm just super aware of how I'm masking and do it intentionally. So I'm just more self-aware than everyone else. Like, masking more doesn't mean more authentic. That's almost... That's almost like a direct contradiction. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm just trying to make it clear here that there are totally legitimate reasons to dislike Erudite that are based on her behavior, her conduct, not on just her looks, her age, her embarrassing personal life, her propensity for revealing embarrassing information about herself. Not just any of that, but the way she behaves is unlikable and oftentimes wrong. Oftentimes just like wrong and bad. So you're not crazy. No one's crazy for having issues with her. It's not like this totally unhinged, just like mass psychosis that's broken out. And it's not even related to Destiny. She could have, in the Destiny drama, seriously, she could have cut off Destiny completely after the Turkey Tom interview, after she was shown in the Turkey Tom interview to be so embarrassing, and of, you know, was saying basically if the recording thing's true, then I'll cut him off. Saying he's remorseful getting shown up. She could have cut him off after that, and she would still have the same audience. She would still have the same hate audience. She would still have as many people not liking her. I would still not like her and cover her. It's not just because she's associated with Destiny. She has personality flaws that are hers, that have nothing to do with Destiny or association there. The association to Destiny just highlights a lot of those flaws. When she stakes strong moral positions, and Destiny contravenes those. When she plays defense for his behaviors, that shows flaws. It highlights stuff. It highlights stuff, it does increase it, but there would still be, even without Destiny in the picture, plenty of good criticism, plenty of problems with her. Like, the Dr. K stuff, ultimately, isn't really about Destiny. That's not really about Destiny. But she's still got problems there that people dislike her for on those merits. And even that Laney girl, coming as a total outsider, came in and had problems with the stuff Erudite was saying about that. So the idea that it's just this group of people that have worked themselves up over time that are just totally crazy, treating us so poorly, it just doesn't stand up. It doesn't stack up anymore. So we've got another clip here as well.
I think I might be back tomorrow. I think I have a debate. I might have a debate Thursday with Jake Rattlesnake again. And then remember, I am in the process of trying to figure out if I can cover politics like at all. Is it Chud Logic? No, it's not Chud Logic. It's a streamer. It's like a smaller streamer named Kuihman. Just don't go harass them. Leave them be. They are allowed to make really mean content. It's a little weird that YouTube monetizes just like probably straight bullying content.
This is the part that's crazy. This is totally insane. Starting to call for demonetization. Not engaged with a single point. Never said I lied about her. Never said I was wrong. Never anything like that. Just went straight. This is like the first direct address. Went straight for, you need to have your money taken away. This is the anti-cancel culture person, by the way, who, despite Destiny's doxing, despite Destiny's brigading, despite Destiny's sexual indiscretions, despite Destiny's using a website to circumvent TOS of every platform that he streams on, despite Destiny's endless crimes I could display, penchant for teenagers, yeah, how much more do we want to go through? Despite all of that, don't cancel him, guys. Don't try and take his money. I think it's disgusting that anyone would think this guy shouldn't have business opportunities. I don't even think that, by the way. I don't even call for any business opportunities to be taken away from Destiny. I don't even do that. Despite all of that, no, don't try and take this guy's business opportunities away. Don't try and take this guy's channel away. I think it's disgusting that people try and cancel people for one thing, over one thing they did one time. And that's her defense. She will defend that endlessly. But for me, making videos critical of things she says, no, she wants my income taken away. She wants my channel destroyed and my income taken away. It's totally insane. It's totally insane. Yeah, Hassan bad though, guys. Hassan bad though. She is perfectly happy to employ these tactics against other people. This is like reprobate behavior. This is like totally... How does she justify this? Seriously, how does she justify this? It makes no sense to me. This completely betrays her claim morals because her ego is hurt. Because her ego is hurt. There isn't any genuine concern here. There isn't any serious moral qualm. There isn't any... She's not claiming that I did something wrong, actually, or that, you know, I lied, or that I got some shit wrong, or anything like that. She is purely saying it's bullying, she's saying. She's claiming bullying because I criticize her. Bullying. Because I fucking get on stream and point out the inconsistencies between her public statements and the behavior she's okay with. So, Kuihman, you can engage with the fact you are actively obsessing over some creator, probably smaller than you, lol, 24/7, or you're just gonna say Destiny is bad, haha. Dude, this is such a... You were so close to getting me with the bait. You were so close at first, but I did realize it before I read the message. You were so close with that one. Probably smaller than you. Yeah, she's got 50k subs. I don't ban him anyways. User's fine. User's fine. I saw the username. I saw his name. I'm totally obsessed, creepy, and weird. I will cop any negative labels you want to put on me. I'll cop. Now tell me where I'm wrong, okay? Now tell me where I'm wrong. It's just insane. It's insane to... Like, how many videos has Destiny made about Hassan? All this shit. How much insane shit have they said about these people? Like, how many times has Destiny pushed the brothel claim that was total bullshit? All this stuff. There's so many examples you can bring up. It's just totally absurd to complain about this when you come from the community that you come from. When you are a DGGer. When you are a DGGer through and through. And you start saying, bullying.
I'm a bit behind, but is this the first time and say mention you by name?
No, she's done it like once before, I think. She did it like once before. Yeah, it's a veiled call for demonetization. I don't care. Absolutely a veiled call for demonetization. It's just totally crazy. There is no excuse for this. There is no excuse for this behavior. Under her established morals. Everyone can see this, I hope. If anyone's got the out here, the out for her, that means it's not just a total... Dan's abandoned everyone. Dan's staying out of it, okay? Dan's staying out of the fight. Dan left the war. If anyone can point out to me how this doesn't completely contradict her stated morals about cancelling and all that shit, please tell me. I would love to hear it. But as far as I'm aware, as far as I can see, this is just pure hypocrisy. This is purely abandoning what she said before for her ego, because this bothers her. And they are often, like I say, you know, we might make a few mean jokes here or there. There might be a mean-spirited joke here or there. I won't deny that at all. Generally, there's stuff I could have covered that would just be bullying, but I haven't. For instance, there's a kick VOD from a long time ago, from around TwitchCon, where I don't think we covered this. We might have covered it, I don't know. It definitely wasn't a video if it was covered. There's a kick VOD from ages ago where she's like with Nick in these like cow outfits, these like naked cow outfits around TwitchCon. And they go to like a club, and she's like obviously rolling like crazy. She's like taken, like, I won't say obviously rolling, okay. It seemed like she was on MDMA or something. It seemed like she was on MDMA or something at this club. with like Discord mods and Darius and Danny and all these people. That definitely wasn't a video. If we pulled that up, that definitely wasn't a video. But I'm pretty sure even if I did talk about that, I wouldn't have been going in crazy. Oh, was it on JStalk? We watched it on JStalk. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, there's like so much shit out there that you could just endlessly troll through. Like even today, and I will pull this up, but I'll pull it up to make some serious points about it. Even today, she's posting like more of these intellectual thirst traps. Like this shit is just ripe for mockery. It's absurd. It's like the most absurd behavior. It's like, I'm going to keep doing the most embarrassing shit ever and you can't talk about it. Because if you talk about it, because I'm behaving sexually in the video or in the picture, you're restricted from talking about it because that's sexually degrading me. And I'm going to try and get you demonetized if you do that. It's like totally, this is the same person who goes on about how the biggest problem right now is that women gaslight each other and claim each other are victims when they're not. And she's behaving like this much of a fucking victim. Dude, seriously, make any of this make sense. Like this stuff. Like, so when you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I want to take you that dude. Like, guys, don't look at any of the tags. Don't look at tags. What's she cosplaying here? If you know, don't say it. Guess. Only guess in chat. What's she cosplaying? Only guess. No one's getting it. No one's getting it. We've got, like, you know, a WoW character. Morgana. Hellblade. All this shit. It's Umbreon. This is an Umbreon cosplay. The Pokemon. This is an Umbreon cosplay. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. My mind was totally blown. It's like... she's a millennial that missed out on being a millennial. And now she's trying to capture being a millennial in 2025. It's just not... This is not the way anyone should ever be. Like, you can kind of see what she's going for. But it does not fit at all. It does not fit at all. You can see bits of what she's going for, like, you know, having like the yellow around her neck, I guess, but it's like cobbled together. It's not like any of this was like actually made. She's like just cobbled together like necklaces and armbands and the horns and shit like that from like different Halloween, like, you know, dollar store costumes and thrown it together and it's called it an Umbreon cosplay. Like, you know, actual, like, you know, your good friend Amaranth would make a cosplay for this. You know, you actually put together an outfit, actually put together clothes. You know, cut some fabric. Make some horns. Make some actual Umbreon horns. Yeah, there's just like no aesthetic sense here either. Like, the weird filter, like what's going on with her eyes and face. Like, I just don't, like, there is no sense of what makes a good photo or aesthetics. Sorry, this isn't today. This is actually from 27th of August. This is actually old. Someone's posted on my Discord, I guess. And she says, uh-oh, stinky in the thing as well. What? I just... Like, and again, none of that sexually degrading whatsoever. I didn't make a single sexually degrading comment at all there. But that's still going to be bullying for some reason. That's still bullying for some reason, apparently. That is like pure just... You have no understanding of social media, you're bad at your job, and you don't understand culture. You're showing that you're very out of touch right now. But that's bullying, I guess. Saying someone's out of touch is bullying now.
It was like probably straight bullying content, but whatever. That's their choice.
Straight bullying content.
They were allowed to make really mean content. It's a little weird that YouTube monetizes just like probably straight bullying content, but whatever. That's their choice.
Like, we can all play this game. We can all play this game. We can all play this game. We can all just start claiming stuff about, like, bad faith characterizing people's content and saying they should be demonetized. I think it's interesting that YouTube monetize a known doxer and all of his accomplices. I think that's really weird. I think it's really weird that YouTube monetize a known doxer and his accomplices who aid in all of his crimes. I think that's really weird, Erudite. I think that's really weird. I think maybe all of your channels should be stripped from monetization. You should have everything ripped from you. Like, what standard are we setting up here, Erudite? I don't do anything close to what other people are doing. Other people, when I say other people, I mean people you like, people you're on board with, people you think are doing morally good stuff that should make money. You think these people should make money. She thinks Destiny should, she thinks it would be wrong. It would be bad and wrong if Destiny lost his career over this. That's what she thinks. She's made that very clear. She cries out as she strikes you. So true. Literally so true. Not that I avow that anti-Semitic reference, that anti-Semitic slogan, but Kyla does cry out as she strikes you. It's just totally insane. Yeah, exactly. Not for cancelling people, just wants to strip away your income if you criticize her. Make it make sense. Seriously, make it make sense.
Don't harass them. Don't do all that like stupid shit. Just letting you guys know why the VODs will be behind a paywall for a bit. See
yeah, there's so much shit that I don't do, okay? I wasn't one of the ones using the dog clip constantly. I did use it constantly. I wasn't using it for notifications. I wasn't monetizing it. I've always veered away from sexual comments. I've always moderated sexual comments in chat. I've always fought against claiming that she's fucking Destiny. We mock her BMI because Nick posted a BMI in Spicy Chat. But I think that's fair. I think that's very fair. So the idea that this has just been unrelenting hatred, unrelenting torture of this poor woman. Yeah, and this is like right after Sunday's been demonetized as well. She's like, so she's obviously, she sees a chance to strike here. She thinks she sees a chance to strike here. Yeah, exactly. This is how it feels, right? Is that she got Aiko and Rezi to stop using the dog clip by virtue signaling at them, by concern trolling them. Aiko got that strike as well. Aiko got a strike for talking about her. Oh, Aiko didn't stop. Oh, okay, well, fair enough. She's had success getting people to stop, and she wants to press. She wants to press. She wants to try and get people to stop talking about her. This is just like the most absurd, like, amoral behavior that you can do on YouTube. The moment you start getting criticism, even when it's totally legitimate, totally clean, about a wannabe therapist's thoughts on therapy ethics, even then, you are bullying, you need to be taken off the platform. It's like it is just the most disgusting amoral behavior going. It's insane. Like, and there's just, she will never recognize it either. She will never wake up and realize that she totally betrayed her morals here, because it's all ego driven. It's all about protecting herself and protecting her in-group. And that's how she operates all the time. That's one of my big issues with her. You think you could get a strike just asking? I don't think so. I think most of my stuff's like relatively, even when it goes crazy, gets censored. So I think we're probably fine. And it's substantive criticism, especially recently. A lot of substantive criticism. But who knows? Erudite might have contacts. Erudite might have met people through Destiny. Erudite might have shit she tries to pull. And there's not a lot I can do about that oftentimes. Yeah, I know I could get struck for the dog clip. I wasn't implying that, but sure. I thought she was asked to take the dog clip out. But she got struck for some weird noise that Erudite made. So it's just insane. Like there is no, I can't see the moral justification here. I can't see how she makes this make sense in her head, other than just saying, well, it's against me. It's mean to me. It's mean to me. That's her problem. Seriously, if there's any dissent here, if anyone can see the other side of this, if anyone can see how Erudite makes it make sense that don't cancel people, not even Destiny, but you need to have your income stripped from you. Do you know that her dog clip is entirely backwards, by the way? God does not agree with a human. A human can agree with God. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I get flack from everyone else for being too nice. Exactly. I get told I'm being longhoused. That I'm being longhoused for moderating out deranged sexual comments about her. For moderating out comments about, you know, extended speculation on her marriage and stuff like that. All I do is I mock the public statements she makes and make criticisms of her behavior. Should just say she wasn't advocating for demonetization, just making an idle comment about bullying because she's a dishonest hack. Yeah, well, I probably agree with that. But how does she make it make sense in her head, is all I mean. Or does she just not think about it? I truly don't know. Does she just not think about it? Does she never consider the fact that this is just you are just calling for cancelling right now. That's all you're doing. You're just sitting there like, oh, isn't it weird that YouTube won't demonetize this? Isn't it so weird? Destiny is saving America, and you're just a weird, degenerate creep. So true, so true, so true. Destiny's a last hope against fascism, guys. He's like Jimmy Savile. He's like Jimmy Savile. You know how many children's hospitals Jimmy Savile built? You're either throw away all those children's hospitals. And yeah, like, pulling this as well. Like, this is just... Again, like, make it make sense. Make the young men thing make sense to me. Truly, truly. Make this make sense to me. This is like... This sort of, like, shutting down criticism. Conflict avoidant behavior. Like, what is working on young men online right now? Look at Spinal BJ, for instance. Look at Spinal BJ. What works on Spinal BJ? Our resident, young, nihilistic incel. The exact sort of guy that NotSoErudite wants to reach. Molested incel. The exact sort of guy that NotSoErudite wants to reach. Our good friend, Spinal BJ. What works on this guy right now? Claiming that lefties are censoring him. That lefties and liberals want to censor him and take away all of his fun and ruin social media for him and ruin the internet for him. That's what motivates Spinal BJ. Is they're going to take away his lolly, they're going to take away his sexual violence, they're going to take away his harassing women, they're going to take his self-harm Twitter, they're going to take it away. And that's what motivates this guy more than anything. More than fucking anything that motivates this guy. And that's true for a lot of young guys. I know that was true for me for a long time. Not quite that. No, I don't mean like the lolly thing. But I mean like ruining the internet being a heavy motivation. The idea of ruining the internet happening. And people try to censor stuff, take away political speech, all this sort of thing. Obviously, that's where a lot of my arguments with people about the lolly stuff have come from. It's because it comes from a principled position and you should be able to act freely online. Like, it's essentially a totally... Like, it should be like almost the Wild West in a lot of respects. In a lot of respects. Not in all respects. In a lot of respects, it should be like that. And people want to protect that. And young men want to protect that because they get to have an exertion of a lot of the aggression and conflict-seeking behavior that they have as a young man through the internet. Because that isn't really accepted in society anymore. You can't just go around starting arguments with people. You can't just, you can't just go around assaulting people. You can't just, Spinal can't just go and assault a child, for instance. He can't do that in this fucked up modern society we've got. So he has to go online. Because that was how men used to get, we don't fight wars anymore. There's no violent outlets other than sports. So if you don't do sports, it's the internet. This is the exact sort of behavior puts people like that off. How are you, like, everything she does is so... not everything she does. So much of what she does is so contradictory to her main stated position, her main stated goals. And she just doesn't seem to realize it. She just has no clue. She's so out of touch. She doesn't realize how she's putting off the exact type of people that she claims to want to reach. But it's all in service of like her ego and Destiny's community. Her ego, her friend group, and Destiny's business. It's always in service of that. Is this why you do the internet and not sports? I decided, look, I picked very early on to do the internet and not sports, okay? When I was like 7 years old and quit football. No way the baby bottle is a 30-year-old is saying that. Awesome. Maybe we should get a realistic portrait tattoo of Erudite to make amends. No, I'll do like Putin and Trump. I'll present her a giant portrait commissioned by our finest artists. By the finest, I don't know. Finest, I was trying to come up with a funny pun on USSR, but I couldn't. A finest artist, okay, going to present her a portrait to hang up in her living room. Self-portrait to hang up in her living room. Our finest Brazilians, our finest furries, our finest dog artists, our finest YIF artists will be making Erudite a portrait for her living room, a display piece for her living room, to make amends. Okay, Keegan. Shadman will be drawing Lolicon Erudite to make amends. Okay, stop. No, seriously, it's just crazy. This is just totally crazy to me. This is totally crazy to me. Guys, why is a strong reaction to that one? Hear me out. Stop. Not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny, dude. Okay. April Fools, guys! April Fools! April Fools, guys! Just kidding, haha, haha. I'm not commissioning Shadman to do Lolicon Erudite artwork, haha. Such a stupid joke. Okay. Are we moving on? Is that all the Erudite stuff I can talk about? I feel like I've given my thoughts on this adequately. We've done what, like 45 minutes on this? 50 minutes? Comedy, satire. Actually, it's still April Fool's, retard. It's 10 minutes to 12. So, I mean, I think that's all I've got to say about this, to be honest. It's just totally crazy. It's crazy to call for my demonetization like this. And veiled call, I'll say. To imply I should be. To imply I should be. It's like fucking crazy. I don't know how she does that with the community she's from. Just quickly glancing, see if there's anything else to prompt me here. Anything else to give me a little, creative thinking energy. Oh, yeah, she says, I think we might have gone past it. She says that in one of these clips, she claims that basically my content is making people think twice about collaborating with her. She claims that. Now, I very much struggle to believe that my content is having as much of an impact on her ability to get connections as, say, her continued association with someone accused of multiple counts of sexual misconduct, doxing, harassing, and expressing sexual interest in teenagers. I would say that's probably the bigger factor in people not wanting to collaborate with her. Now, it is totally possible that perhaps someone who doesn't like their content being covered said to Erudite, I don't like the fact that I don't think I can do collaborations with you because I don't like my stuff being covered by people being epic and mean, making epic jokes, being really comedy filled. I don't like my stuff being covered by comedy males because I hate comedy males and I hate fun. It's very possible that someone said something like that to her. But I think that personally, if someone is streaming, oftentimes to hundreds of people, if someone is streaming, they should expect to have their content watched. And I know this may sound insane to a lot of people. This may sound totally crazy. This may be beyond the pale for some of you. But I think that when you go on a public platform and you produce content for viewers publicly, you don't actually get to pick which viewers show up. Sometimes people who disagree with what you say, or even people who agree with what you say but might not be the sort of person you want to hear talk about it, might show up and have comments to make about it. And that's kind of part of the game. This is cow behavior. I agree. Hiding your VODs behind a paywall so people can't watch them when you're a content creator is cow behavior. Saying that people shouldn't watch your content when you're a content creator is cow behavior. Locking down against reactions and saying people should be demonetized for criticizing you is like prime cow behavior. But I don't know what to say about it. There's nothing I can, what can I say? Yeah, I've been saying this for a long time. This is how I knew she is. I'm not surprised that it got here. I'm not surprised it got here at all. And here's the thing, she could totally just address this, and you know what Erudite could do that would, like, blow me away? Honestly, would just totally blow me away. I would actually say she's not too bad. If she got on stream and actually said, you know, last stream, I implied that this guy Kuihman should be demonetized. I said that because I was a little bit hurt over a video he made, and because I had some poor interactions with a guest about him. And I was upset in the moment. And my emotions overrid my logical thinking. It obviously isn't within my principles to imply something like that. And, you know, I get that everyone's out here making their own content, and I've been plenty of associated with mean content in the past that could have been considered bullying or even harassment. Let's be serious. You're part of a community that has no issues with explicit harassment, brigading harassment, doxing. They're totally happy to do that. So she could blow me away, and I would even make another video. I would even make another stream segment and video where I literally just go, guys, I didn't think Kyla was capable of this. I genuinely didn't think Kyla was capable of this. I'm shocked that she swallowed her pride and admitted that she did something that was outside of her standards. But she won't do that. She won't do that. I know she won't, because she can't. Because it is all ego-driven, and she will just make things fit. And it's just frustrating that there are people like this that don't engage, that don't respond to any actual points, but will just assert that they're right again and again. It's like, if she ever spoke about me, I would cover it 100%. I would cover it. I would say exactly, you know, what my response to any criticisms are, like I'm doing right now. She's never done anything like that. She's never responded to criticism. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. We haven't even finished this video, I don't think. If
that helps. And if it doesn't, then at least he's paying me $5 for my VODs.
Oh, yeah, that's the last bit. So, yeah, I mean, at least he's paying me $5. So, Erudite's taking her cut, guys. Erudite's taking her cut. How are we going to cover the $5 to react to Erudite content? I don't know how we'll ever fundraise it. Just a reminder, guys, we do have the Erudite content recovery goal is up still. Right there, guys. Remember, if you're here right now, we've got 823 people watching. If you're enjoying the Erudite content, remember to leave a like. Remember to move your cursor to a thumbs up and click it, or press the thumbs up on your mobile device. That'd be hugely appreciated. If you want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat. Buy a super chat, which will highlight a message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that will be highlighted in chat, and I'll describe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the $10, Ziploc. Thank you.
Erudite should go flip burgers if she doesn't like being farmed for being a lolco.
Very true. Very true. Fries bag, Kyla. Put the fries in the bag. Well, I was going to read there was a chat message I wanted to read. She was able to bury the hatchet with Andrew Wilson, so she said, but not with you. Well, okay, you see, maybe if I get on Piers Morgan, she'll bury the hatchet with me, okay? Maybe if I was on Piers Morgan, she would be willing to
recover.
See past our differences. Thank you for the $5, Abby. Thank you. Thank you, someone somewhere, for the $13.99.
Nothing clever. Here's some money.
Hugely appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, maybe if I was on A-listers, or is Piers Morgan an A-lister? Not really. Like C-listers show on Uncensored TV or whatever it's called. Maybe she would bury the hatchet with me. But until I'm getting 200,000 views, that's not happening, I don't think. For some reason. Obviously, she's not clout motivated though, guys, too. She's not clout motivated. None of this is just like amoral social climbing, trying to take out people that you see as below you but threatening, and gain rapport with people that are above you, but you know, against you. She's not totally thinking about this in a cold, strategic way. Never.
Here is your 10 sec so you can pay the 30 sec to view the NSE content behind the 50 sec paywall.
Thank you for the 70 sec. Thank you. Hugely appreciate it, Just Godiva. Thank you.